Hi, my name is Cyrus Mackey. I'm a trumpet player from Chicago, Illinois, and I now reside in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I was happy to be part of the first year of NYO Jazz. The topic I'll be presenting is making music out of your mistakes. Since the beginning of my musical career, I surrounded myself with professionals in order to gain wisdom. Throughout the years, I've come up with my own way of thinking about the music and how one should go about playing it. Music is like life. Jazz is like speech, and if you treat improvisation like a conversation, it gets a lot easier. Tip number 1, don't judge what you play and don't hear what you play as a mistake. Train yourself to perceive the wrong that you play as something new. A big part of making music out of your mistakes starts in the mind. It has nothing to do with what you just played. In the words of the great trumpet player Miles Davis, it's the next note you play that decides whether it was good or bad. Ironically, musicians judge themselves harder than an audience would. The people you're playing for don't know what you did or didn't mean to play. They only know that you're playing music. Use this to your advantage. Like I said before, music is a conversation. If you mispronounce a word while speaking, you can make a joke out of it, and now your blunder becomes something of value. Tip number 2, be able to roll with the punches. In boxing, rolling with the punches involves moving your body away from a blow to lessen the impact. The punch still happens, but the force of it is lessened. By extension, in music, this same principle applies. It involves adapting to adversity and how you manage it. When you get in the ring, sometimes you're going to get hit. It's you who decides how bad it hurts. Don't allow anything happening on the bandstand to debilitate you. For those unfamiliar with boxing, let me give you a more musical example. You're playing the tune with various chord changes. The only way to get through the song is to move with those changes, changing what you do to fit the surroundings. The same logic applies when you play something wrong. Tip number 3, turn what you play into something of value. There's a story that always comes to my mind when I think about this. Herbie Hancock, a great jazz pianist, was playing a gig with Miles Davis. During Miles' solo, he had played a wrong chord and thought he destroyed everything. Miles stopped and took a second and played a few notes that made his chord right. What was once considered a mistake became music, and you don't have to be Miles Davis to do that. I can recall a time when I was playing at one of the jazz clubs in Chicago. We were playing a mid-tempo post-bop standard, and it was my turn to solo. At one point during my solo, I played a note that was out of tune and definitely not the one I was planning on choosing. Not viewing anything as a mistake on the bandstand, I decided to use this note to my advantage. By personal preference, as well as trying to remain as historically accurate as possible, I decided to play some blues language to build off of that. In that split second, I decided what I could do with that note and chose it without fear. If you would listen to the recording, you wouldn't hear me fumble. That note was considered an inflection meant to enhance what I was playing. If you package a mistake in confidence, it makes it a lot more believable. Kind of like tripping on something and trying to make a dance move out of it so it doesn't look like you tripped. Now, there's no one way to play off of a mistake. That's up to you. The only people that can teach you how to be great are those that are great themselves. Go listen to the greats of this music and see how they dealt with their own mistakes. There's wisdom in recordings. After you gain some language, you can turn whatever new words you learned into your own sentence. Improvisation is a conversation. Let's review. Don't view something unexpected as a mistake. Be flexible and understand what that mistake is. Move past the unexpected and turn what you play into something of value. Everything and anything can contribute to the music. It's just you who decides if it does. My name is Cyrus Mackey, and thank you for checking out NYO-U's playlist. You can subscribe by pressing the button down below.